Hi everyone, today I'm gonna show you how to make veg kofta curry. Veg is vegetable, kofta is usually kofta made of meat, like a minced meat, and like ground beef or like ground turkey, you can ground lamb. In India they use goat meat also, and so it's like this kofta actually come from originated like India, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, like all this Middle Eastern region and Central Asia. But in India, so many people they don't eat meat, so they converted this kofta into veg. Instead of like meat, they use veg. But this is tastes very good actually, and the people who are like vegan, who don't eat any like dairy product, they can use this one, and they're gonna love this actually. So I'm gonna show you what we need, and this recipe, like I'm trying to make like very easy way, like and you can use like any vegetable you have. So I'm gonna show you what you can use, and if you don't have, I'm gonna give you some option also. So here what we need, so I have a carrot here. I just shredded one carrot, one whole carrot, and I have a green peas. Since you cannot get green peas like a fresh, but frozen is fine. I have a frozen one, so I'm gonna use a half cup here, and okay, and I have a green peas also. You can have an option if you don't have green peas. Don't worry about it. And I'm using one potatoes. I just peeled this potato, so I'm gonna shred this potato. I'm gonna shred it. Okay, so I'm gonna shred this one potatoes here, like here. Okay, so potatoes done, and now I'm gonna use half green beans, half cup of green beans. So green beans is optional, you don't have to have, but it's like more veg is better. It's good for us. Okay, so here's all, and now I'm gonna add some ginger. So this is a 1 inch ginger. I'm gonna shred the ginger. I'm gonna shred this in a fine side because it's good. Okay, ginger is done here, and now I'm gonna use a 4 clove of fresh garlic here. So I'm gonna chop them, just roughly chop. Okay, 4 clove of fresh garlic, roughly chopped. I'm gonna add it here too. Okay, so now I'm gonna steam this. So all this I'm gonna steam them a little bit, like maybe 10 minutes only. And just like a steam is like, I'm gonna put like little bit water. So I'm adding just 1 cup water and all this vegetable. So I'm gonna steam this vegetable in 1 cup. I just using 1 cup water here. So just cover this and like for medium heat and for 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes here. So I just turned this off, and it's hot, so I'm gonna leave this cool off. When this gonna cool down, I'm gonna put this in the blender, or if you have a food processor, it's the best actually, but I don't have. But my blender works for everything. So, and while we're preparing, waiting for this, so I just prepare. I'm gonna show you what we need for sauce. So we're gonna make sauce also. So for the sauce we need a few ingredients. So I just chopped one whole, medium sized onion, and 1 inch of ginger, and 4 clove of garlic. Okay, and we need salt, we need some rice flour, cumin seed powder, some yogurt, and turmeric powder, little bit chili powder, and a little bit garam masala. So I just put this in the blender. So I'm gonna blend this. Now I'll just blend this. So make sure when you put the vegetable here, make sure there's not so much water, not water at all actually. Whatever water you see there, you can save it. We can use this for sauce. So Otherwise it gets so watery, it's hard to like make a ball. And because this is, you can see like how it's also a little bit runny, and but it's okay, we can make this happen. So now we're gonna add some spices here. Okay, so these are the vegetable all here, and now I'm gonna add some rice flour here. So I'm using rice flour. You can use cassava and tapioca mixed together, or you can use all-purpose flour. You can use gluten-free flour or wheat flour, you know, you can use any. So I'm using rice flour here. So I'm using half cup of rice flour here, 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm going to use half teaspoon of cumin seed powder, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, and half teaspoon of garam masala, and 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. If you are good, if you like to eat like spicy food, you can use more chili powder than this. Otherwise it's fine, and just mix this well. Or okay, I just mix this all well together here. Okay, so you know, the making a veg kofta or veg like a bowl. So this is a little bit like, see, it's not like very thick. Usually what we do, we boil potatoes. We use like a boiled potatoes separately and mix this here well. That's how you can make a ball. So I use 1 potato already here, so I'm not gonna use like boiling potatoes, like too much work. So I'm gonna make easier. So I'm gonna fry them like this, you know. I'm gonna make like kind of like drop this like this. It's not gonna be a round ball, but it's still gonna be ball. So you know, it doesn't matter, it's gonna taste good also. Okay, so I'm using half cup of avocado oil here, and I started with the like high heat. Now I'm gonna fry them in the medium. I'm using like, usually this is supposed to be like a deep fry, but I don't want to do deep fry. I just want to do like just fry a little bit, and so just drop them here like a bowl. For deep fry, it's good to have like a pan, like kind of like a this shape. In India, we have called karahi, but you know, this is good. This way also you can do. You can just drop here as many you can. You know, sometimes you can just like move them a little bit, and make sure your oil is hot when you put them. You know, so you can just like move them a little bit so they can have like more room here. See, like this, and you can drop some more here. Because the oil is pretty hot, so I'm gonna flip them now. It's like it's been 30 seconds, I can say. See, and when you flip it, make sure they're like golden brown kind of. So you're gonna fry them like a golden brown. Okay, so one batch is done. So I flipped both sides. I cooked this both sides. So I'm gonna put this here. And we have some more here, so I'm gonna make more. I'm gonna fry more. Okay, so this is my second batch. So next time I'm gonna show you, and like easier also, more easier. I will see if I can do like a more easier. If you think this is like so much work, you can like, I will try to do like less. I have like less work. So this is just this is veg kofta, and kofta is, you know, as I explained to you. So I have a recipe, kofta curry. Kofta is like, I use a beef, minced beef or ground beef I use to make those koftas. So you can look that one also, and this is just vegetarian recipe, and this is like anybody can eat, like, you know, sometimes people like vegetarian, or they don't eat meat or dairy product, you know, any animal products, so they also can eat, and it's very good. It's healthy also, lots of vegetable there, and you know, the important thing, like what oil we use also, this is also one of the important thing, because for health wise, sometimes we cook so much like healthy food, but we fry in different oil, which is not helpful. It's good to fry use like avocado oil is good, like olive oil is very light. Olive oil is like best actually also. And so try not to use like, sometimes we use so many different oil in the market. We have to see which what kind of oil is good and healthier for us. When we get like older, like we have to be careful with our heart, and what we eat, how much we move, how much we work. So even for me, I'm like work so much, but still I try not to eat anything. So I want like encourage everyone like to. I talk to my parents all the time, we all the time I say, okay, what are you making, how are you cooking? Like I try to like encourage them, like okay, you cannot eat this, you cannot eat that, like so, and how you can cook. So that's why I encourage them. So same way I encourage everyone, like even for us, even even we work so much, but still we have to be careful, like make our habit like healthy habit. I don't want for me, like when I'm old, to use a lot of medicine, like live-in medication. If I ever have to have like take something, I will take like some natural like herb, garlic, ginger, turmeric, this kind of things. So I try to like make my habit like from now, or like from like now and for forever, like just to have healthy habit. So it's almost done, and I don't need to add. If you need like add a little bit more oil here, you can add it more. You can see like requirement. So I think I don't need really here. So I'm gonna finish in the same amount of oil here. And you can eat like this also. You can use like ketchup. You can make some sauce. Like I have a chutney. So I'm gonna taste a little bit right here. It's pretty hard. Very good, very like soft, nice and soft. And so now we're gonna prepare the sauce. So I'm gonna use the same pan here. So I'm gonna add 2 cloves and around like 8 to 10 peppercorn. Now I'm gonna add this onion. And let's fry this onion for like 5 to 6 minutes. Onion is done. So I'm gonna add ginger, garlic here. Both you can do together. Let's cook for like 3 more minutes. Mix this well. And for the frying, I didn't use any oil because there's some oil left over there from the from this vegetable bowl. For this kofta, there's leftover oil there, so I just use that oil. If you need, you can use like 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil, olive oil or avocado oil. So now I'm gonna add some tomatoes here. I have like around 2 Roma tomatoes. You can use canned tomatoes also. Sometimes you have a canning, you can use those same tomatoes. So I'm gonna cook this for like 3 to 4 minutes. Now I'm gonna use my magic box. So I'm gonna use a half teaspoon of turmeric powder also, and I'm gonna use a half teaspoon of garam masala. I'm not going to use any chili powder right now, but I'm going to use the green chili or jalapeno. I'm using half jalapeno here, but this is optional. So, if you like spicy, you can use this. If you don't like, you can just leave it like this. You can add like, you can taste this sauce later and add like what, how much you want to add there, chili. And so let's cook this in like just 3 to 4 minutes. Is done. I'm going to turn this off and let this keep this aside and like let this cool down. And so when it's cooled down, I'm going to put this in the blender. I'm going to make a paste like a creamy sauce. So also you can add like some cashew here, and since my wife she don't eat cashew, so I'm not gonna add, but you can add like at least half cup of cashew ground. You know, the cashew you can cook it here and then, you know, put in the blender also to get all everything, but I'm not gonna use. You can use like yeah. So we'll let's wait for a few minutes. When it's like cool down, then we're gonna okay. So now I'm gonna, you know, I just put this in a blender. So I use the same blender. I don't have to wash because I have a, you know, if you remember, I blend this vegetable here, so we can just use the same. There's some little bit of vegetable still there, so we can, it's fine. So I just blend this here, it's done. And so I like to share something about papaya. I just saw papaya, so you know, papaya is very good for us. It's very good for liver. It's very good for digestion actually also, and it's good for if you eat like morning, you know, when you wake up in the morning, like in the morning, you can just have like kind of like fruits all mixed together, or just papaya actually will help you to, like, you know, clean your system, like, you know, have good bowel movement also. So this is very good, papaya. So now our sauce is done here. So let's I just put using the same pan where we was cooking this sauce. So now I'm gonna heat this sauce here, and so I'm gonna add some water because this sauce is very thick. You know, you can, if you have vegetable broth, you can use vegetable broth also. And I have a water here, so water is already like boiled here. So I'm gonna use 1 cup of water here. So I'm gonna like clean this out all, nothing get waste, you know. You can use like 1 cup. If you want like a little bit creamy, like thick, you can use like half cup also. Let this come to the boil. So once it's started boiling, then we can turn this off. And so now I'm gonna add some salt here. I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. And or to taste, you know, you can taste. And now I'm gonna add this yogurt also here. Actually, I forgot to put this yogurt with the sauce here in the blender. Then I'm gonna try to blend this. So I'm gonna use like 4 tablespoons of yogurt. I'm using coconut yogurt here. And just add it here. This you know, give like a nice thickness and like taste also like good here. If you don't have yogurt, no, don't worry, you don't have to have a yogurt actually. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of water here, tiny bit, because I don't want to waste all this yogurt here. I supposed to do with the sauce, but I forget. So, but now I'm doing so. Yeah. So let's mix this all well and let this come to the boil. Then we're gonna turn this off. So our sauce is done. So I'm gonna because once it started boiling, it's done. So I'm gonna drop this bowl here, or you can keep in the separate also. So since we have so many, so I'm gonna keep like half of this here. Okay, so I'm just dropped half of this kofta or vegetable bowl here, and rest I'm keeping here, you know. And so you can garnish this with cilantro also, and you can use cilantro in this also when you know, steaming this vegetable. You can add some cilantro because some of you guys don't like cilantro, but it's fine. That's why I made it without that also. So now is our vegetable kofta is ready, and I'm excited about that. And I have to, actually I never made this before. I don't know why, I just suddenly thought of that. One more thing I forgot to tell you. So after this, putting this vegetable bowl here, like kofta here, don't like, you know, play around, like don't like mix so hard, like just be gentle, otherwise they might break, you know. So you just want to be like gentle when you serve, like serve gently, like, you know, like just nicely, and it looks good. Otherwise they will break. They're gonna break so easy and so fast. That's why I only added here half. And you can, like, you know, when you serve, you can serve this, and you can serve some of this on top also when you serve. Or you can serve it like I will show you. You can you also can serve this way. Just put some vegetable bowl here and just add some gravy on top here, like this. Like this, and just garnish with cilantro. Just add some cilantro right here. Here we go. So I hope you will like this. So okay, so I'm gonna taste and let you know. You can see right here, and it's very good. And I never made this before, like for my family, but my wife was asking, what's a veg kofta? How you gonna make veg kofta? I said, you have to watch my video to see this. So I hope you will enjoy. All the description below, all the ingredients is in below. So you can just check it out and let me know what you think if you make this.